Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
That good for 19 and a first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards. More than that, 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career of this rookie quarterback. His guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like it.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mahomes now to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now it's Mahomes again. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to let the football in and gain significant yardage.
First down, here's Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 21. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Mahomes now on first down. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back to throw here. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Swift going to try up the middle. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down per minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 18.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the 49ers have moved out in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
They'll look to throw again. And connecting here with DJ Shark. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Okay, ready. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark from 21 yards away.
And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll set up a throw. Open man right side is Shark. And he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Swift. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Come back to you! Come back to you! Drop 50! Drop 50! 18 level! 18 level! Let's go!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2nd and 2. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They will run straight ahead with Swift to about the 35, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up to throw.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers.
Deebo Samuel,
78 yards.
And the Niners are an extra point away from evening this one up. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long pass play that ended in the end zone.
And you know every offensive unit, when that happens, they want to come running back out and recreate it. We know the chances of that are slim because now the defense is on high alert. But at the same time, that confidence should carry over into the start of their next drive.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 44, Mahomes.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. And again, it's Mahomes. And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. It's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the ride.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. He'll look to set up his blockers.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. Touchdown 49ers! Deebo Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of sitting?
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And Sharp calls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far, and you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They're going to look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And the slot man goes in motion left. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Coming across the formation and making the catch is Chark.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. 50
From the gun, here's Swift.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. A handoff, Swift running to the left.
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes got his target, Samuel.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A really nice knockdown. He has so much pressure in these situations on defensive backs. What are they taught?
Play the ball, not the man. Because if you have a pass interference penalty in this spot, boy, oh boy, you put your team in a bad place.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
On second down, Swift. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a first throw here in overtime. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught at the 10. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
So it's a win here for the Lions, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, just a tremendous game throwing the football. Over 400 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes included in that total. And he really just dissected this defense from the opening kickoff to the final gun.
So for the Lions, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.